guys, what we're going to work on is a zipper. So what I've done is, although I have a really big zipper here, I'm going to pretend that it's only 8 inches. The maximum size for this activity that I want you to do is an 8-inch zipper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm measuring from the very top of the tape down 8 inches. And I can see that right here, this is my 8-inch line. So I'm going to put a pin in right here. Okay, so I know that that's as far as I'm going to go. Now, I want you to cut out 2 pieces of material that are double the length. So in this case, it'll be 16 inches. So that's how long my material is. So the first thing I need to do is I need to do a basic straight seam. So put in your pins. Make sure they're lined up perfectly because that's the first step. Remember, each step is based on everything we've already learned. I'll be sewing on the 15 line or the 5/8, back stitching at the top and the end. Now, here's the trick though. Where the zipper goes, my 8 inches, I'm going to be doing that on a basting size of length of stitch. Basting. So I'm going to turn it to a number 4. That part I'm going to pretend is just zipper. Then when I get to my 8-inch mark, then it's going to be skirt. So I have to change it to a real setting when I get there. So the first thing I'm going to do before I actually sew is I'm going to put this back on here. And I'm going to put in a second pin so that I know where my zipper ends. Okay? So I'm going to put it here, and it always is above on your zipper. You'll have a little piece of metal here. This one I don't because I'm pretending it's this size. It's always above that piece of metal, so just a little bit higher. Put your pin in, and that's just a marker. All right? So now I'm going to start at the top, changing my stitch length to 4 because it's a baste. Put it on. Oh, somebody did not set this properly, so I'm back to my straight line. Always check that before you start. That was my mistake. And I'm going to sew down to that pin because that's my 8-inch mark. Staying on the 15 the whole way. Take out this guy because I know that this is my marker. Now I've got into my pin. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to put my needle in, remove the pin, change my setting back to 2.5, and now I'm going to begin the skirt. So I'll sew, reverse, and again sew straight down to the bottom. When I get to the bottom, I will reverse. And then I'll pull it off. And now I have my straight seam. Now, what I want you guys to do next is to actually finish the edge. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to do a zigzag. So I'm going to go to my zigzag setting, just like we practiced before, only doing the edge. I can tell that my needle is in this farthest position to the right. So I'm going to start. It's going to be pulling that edge in. Making sure again that I am only sewing the first seam allowance. Making sure to keep the other guy out of the way. Going the whole way down. When I'm done doing this, I'll do the same thing to the other seam allowance and then I'll press it open. Okay, so please hit stop.